Let's see. Okay, we got one. We got two. Oh my god! What was that? Hello guys! Today I will explain you how to carry your games with Aphelios and succeed with him in solo queue. Here we are guys into the game. So the first thing that I want to mention when playing Aphelios is that I usually like to go Doran Blade. Of course Aphelios is not an on-eater and I want you to understand that. In fact in our runes, which I'm gonna display now on the screen, we always go press the attack, we never go lethal tempo, and we never go Doran's bow, because we don't care about DPS, we care about dealing damage with our spells and our combinations of combos of weapons, let's say. So Doran's blade is always better, this character already has really low HP, so you really want this character to have as many HP as possible, because your base armor, your base MR, all the base stats of this character are quite low. So Aphelios 99% of the times wants to go Collector first. There are really few cases in which you're not gonna go Collector first, and even in this game we're gonna go Collector. You could hypothetically argue that Stormmeter is also really good, but in the end, when you're playing solo queue, your objective is to snowball as much as you can. So even in this game where Stormmeter could actually be really good, I would rather go for like Swiftness boots, just a bit more movement speed in the boots, and look for that, let's say. Now let me see what happens here. I kind of wanna come here. The guy asks for help, and I am a good ADC player, so we're gonna play this out. I kind of made it in a way where they should be able to kill the enemy jungler, maybe. Okay, the guy just flashed forward, never mind. The Nasus probably couldn't follow at all, so maybe we should have probably dropped the play after the flash of the guy. I kind of made a mistake, probably, by doing that. Now this guy's, my god, is gonna lose a lot from this early gameplay. And I like to go a lot inspiration with Aphelios, because the important part when it comes to Aphelios is to have items and levels. If you have items and levels, just like a bit like Kyle. Kyle is the same thing as Aphelios. You wanna have as many items and levels as possible. So blue 3... it's not that needed, you don't need an insane amount of damage, your items will give you the damage, and you're gonna carry once you have those items. Go for inspiration always, triple tonic as well, because it gives you one level, because Aphelios doesn't work in the same way as other characters. You don't level up your spells, you level up your statistics, and because of that, triple tonic tends to be really strong. You can actually get 1 point in more on lethality at level 9, which basically gives you raw damage. It's a raw damage button for free. Another advice for you is, if your laning phase is really easy, which usually it's never easy, okay, we're playing in Diamond in this game, the laning phase tends to not be easy if you're playing in high level. You can go scaling health. In this case, I went for flat health instead. Mainly because I feel like the enemy comp can have some kind of like tiny engage tools or like something that they can do. And because of that, I decided not to do that. The guy just cooked himself for no reason. He had to wait for my Gravitum weapon, but he didn't, and so he died. Probably should have pinged it, but I didn't expect him to kill himself, let's say. That was a bit off. So I'm not gonna lose the cannon because the guy outed me, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna try to scale off the red weapon first, as always. Now, if you guys don't know really well cycles and stuff, don't worry about it. I'm gonna play a game where I don't do a cycle. Like I actually am gonna play with whatever I have in my rotation, let's say. And I'm gonna try to keep the one that I usually do, but if it doesn't happen, it's whatever. Just to show you that you don't need an insane amount of knowledge to play Aphelios. And that is kind of your aim. I'm gonna stop him, change this one. It was pretty good to stop him there, actually. And Aphelios, excuse me, Pantheon is looking for a top lane play, so this wave is kind of uncatchable for me. I guess we're gonna base despite having a really bad wave, and the enemy is gonna have an item advantage on us. It's a bit unfortunate, but we're gonna have eventually the pickaxe, and the guy's probably gonna shove it even. Thank you so much, man. Kind of a good duty by him, because this wave would have been way worse than him actually crashing. Wave is gonna bounce, but not in a bad way. So my Pantheon is kind of burger flipping topside matchup for no reason. And this is gonna be a bit harmful for our matchup, of course. I have no flash, I have a really bad wave, and the guy decided to go for a top lane play, so probably we're gonna die here. I'm already kind of like gonna spoil you what's gonna happen. Enemy Twitch just comes at me with Q and then I die. But let's just try to think about the late game and how we can hypothetically just get an advantage despite being in such a situation. Problem is we have also Nasus, which is kind of like a useless character. But I want you to see how Nami moves, right? If Nami moves towards me, that means that Twitch is here, but of course he will be here. Everyone knows it, let's say. So, unfortunately, that's what our fate is gonna be in this matchup. Okay, we're giving some tower shots. Wait, he's gonna die. No flash. He's gonna die, actually. Made a huge mistake. So the Nocturne was bot lane. He didn't manage to kill me right away. Actually, I can look for this play if the Twitch is not here. Careful on the W. We're in a really good position. The guy fighting here makes really few sense. Arguably. So I'm gonna rocket him. Oh my god, dude. Like, this guy's hitting me every time. Gotta be really careful now. He can look for me. Okay, so as long as I don't lose the wave, I'm in a good position. Why is the guy fighting so hard? Like, I don't understand. My support is unable to play, I think. It's a bit unfortunate, you know, when you're playing Aphelios and your support is playing like this, giving a shit ton of kills to the Twitch it doesn't feel that good, right? You will prefer having someone a bit better on this, but again, this is an educational video, so we don't want to think about what our team does. We want to think about how to win our game and how to effectively just punish the enemies. I can personally tell you that we're doing really well. We're playing a full hyperscaling character and we have 1 kill. The problem is that Twitch is a natural counter of us with Nami as well. And our Pantheon is roaming a lot. So what you want to do in this context is just to, like, have the wave as near as possible to your tower and pray the gods that you're not gonna die. But do keep in mind, in the current situation, it is impossible to actually not die at least once from an high level perspective. Again, this is Diamond, we're not playing in Challenger. But technically here I would have died 100% if the enemy plays perfectly. And from that position you simply try to get as many items as you can. It is really depressing to actually play this character. It's kind of like a miserable character to play in solo queue. Just don't get me wrong. I like this character, I love it, but when you see this type of things happening, you know exactly why no one wants to play Aphelios and why the win rate is also really low with the few players that actually want to play it. The Twitch is gonna play like this, as we all know. It's nothing new. So if I can sort of shove the wave when I know that he has... Ooh. Nice! He actually ultra made a mistake because he went in, I had the level 6 potion, and he ulted without the Q, the camouflage thing. So despite him being 3-0, we managed to do a really good thing. I mean, we're gonna die anyways. Nocturne ults. But, I mean, being honest with you, that sounds quite nice. It's really sad that we still have the Pantheon trolling topside despite that. And not getting any single value, if not almost dying because of that. But... I mean, guys, we got a kill off. That's awesome. We got a kill off against one of our hardest counters. So that sounds pretty good. The guy W's. I might actually get 1 kill finally. Nasus is gonna get a double kill for sure here. Oh, the Pantheon did something decent. I can't believe it. Bam! Double kill for the guy. That's awesome. Not bad, guys. We're playing one of the best weak sides I've ever seen in my life. We also forced the Nocturne ultimate. We're gonna get a top side objective. And the only thing is that, of course, they got 1 Drake. But I think that would be crazy if they didn't. The enemy has Exoptics already. Now, Exoptics is not a crazy item from, like, a rushing perspective. We're really lucky that the enemy went for Exoptics because Collector would have been way worse to play against. From a 1v1 perspective, he has more damage, he has more of everything. And Exoptics is just like a reset item, really. We're lucky that he went for a weaker item compared to Collector again. We're gonna stay way more back, be really careful about his ultimate, you have to respect insanely hard. Usually I don't play against the Fed Twitch all days, but just be really careful about, like, never dying. And I mean, if you have to drop, just simply drop. I'm gonna call help, possibly my team is gonna hear me out. We're actually playing 0 versus 3 this game. And that's what you wanna expect when you're playing this character, really. Like, you're gonna see this happening every time, sadly. Holy, nice damage. It was a really good 300 damage there. And the only thing is, of course, if Nocturne looks for an ultimate, if Vex wants to rotate, it heavily depends on if the enemy team is able to actually commit on me, which they should, but they're not able to do it, or they're not doing it as much as I expected. Sadly, this centered wave, we can never take it, so we're gonna base and just take the Collector and wait for the next wave. We're probably gonna lose a bit of farm playing this laning phase, but I want you to understand that the best thing you can do for your team is to simply never die. It's actually really sad to talk about, but when your Pantheon plays in this way, and when the enemy is at Twitch, Anami, they have item advantage as well, I would rather drop a wave or 2 and make sure that my jungler cannot lose the jungle here. So again, I'm not looking for the wave, I'm gonna look to make sure that the Nasus takes this first. I'm gonna even help him. Okay, now we know the Nocturne position, so we can re-enter the position, which is pretty good. Nice. We almost did a really good combo there with green-white. Can't really explain exactly what I did. But we almost killed the guy, which is not bad. And... I don't know what happened. I think my team died. And sadly, even here, I can never walk up to this wave. It is a really, really annoying game to play Aphelios on. Not gonna lie. I do believe that they based, but I can't really guess that. If I'm guessing, I'm probably gonna die. At least we're taking mid lane. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. Of course, I did well on like not doing that. You see, they were there waiting for me. And you never trust a Twitch player, guys. You never do, especially in low elos, Diamond elo. They always play like psychopaths, and there's not much that you can do. So we're currently playing one of the craziest games I've ever seen in my life. We're playing basically 2 versus 1, if not even 3, almost. But we haven't lost, and we have a good CS per minute. We rushed Collector, which is pretty good. At level 9, we're gonna get the triple tonic, which we're gonna put on our lethality, guys. Never put points on W. I always do Q max, E max, especially when I go Collector or any sort of like damage build. You wanna deal damage, you don't wanna deal damage with attack speed as Aphelios. So again, my advice is to simply go for these points specifically. I'm gonna look for Drake, gonna help out my team. Hopefully we do it as fast as we can. I don't know if Nocturne is ultimate, I have no idea. Yes. Gotta be really careful about the Twitch coming from the flank, but if we burst this guy, we actually did. He's just gonna die. Excuse me, the enemy is gonna die. Oh my, couldn't dodge that. And probably I'm not gonna die, right? Okay, we got 2. He's just gonna look for me. Okay, maybe not. I'm actually fine. I have ult in a few. We got 2 kills off of this fight, which is crazy. Oh my god, dudes. Got every possible kill we could have. No flash? I think we can W her or like charm her in some way. Yeah, she got W'd. So that's an easy charm. And then we kill her. Nice. Good job, guys. We are doing a crazy game, actually. Get the point off on the level 9, and then we're gonna base. The wave state of bot lane was sadly really bad. But we turned it out to be having one of the best fights ever made. Now, I'm gonna go boots. I don't wanna rush Infinity Edge ultra fast. I want to have swiftness this game because, as we said, they have a few slows, but more than the slows, I want a lot of movement speed. If you don't wanna go for Storm Razor and you wanna go for full damage, I would rather go for swiftness boots. They are sort of cheap for what they provide. Make sure to reach late game. That's about it. I don't think there's much else to say when you do an educational video of Aphelios. If you win early, you won already. If you haven't won early, try to catch up. And the important thing when you play this type of characters as well, Jinx, Aphelios, never give up. I think that's the most important thing when it comes to these characters. Never give up, because you have the character. You have the character that can win the game when 3 inhibitors are down. And I'm not even joking. So never give up. If you have the right mental, which is again the mental of never giving up, these characters are for you and you should be playing them. But if after you see that you're going behind, you kind of like drop the mouse, or you're not able to consistently focus, those characters are not for you and they will never be. But again, I enjoy a lot playing in this way. Now, here we go. Oh my god, I missed everything. Okay, that was really bad. I thought I could have done it. I fucked up a lot. So you see, like, that was the biggest mistake we could have made in this game. By talking and like Pantheon rotating, I made a mistake finally. Suddenly it happens, you know, make a laugh about it. I fucking made a huge mistake here. I even knew it. But I had the rotation a bit off, and I made a few mistakes, surely. I wanted to flash off as well, like, that was really, really funny. Suddenly Twitch is one of your hardest counters, like, not gonna lie. You're not gonna have an easy time playing against the Twitch if you're in solo queue. The character has 10 times more value compared to you. I guess we're gonna sell Doran Blade. Not a fan of selling Doran Blade, but don't wanna delay Infinity Edge further. The enemy ADC already has 2 items. I don't think that they have vision of this position. And I'm actually look for Nash. Which is eventually a really bad thing now. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, we killed one. Got 2 kills off, which is not bad.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, the guy just harmed the guy instead of Twitch. Okay. Okay, I went for the other one. That's fine. We did really well on not fighting this. Again, mute everyone that says anything in this game. That's actually embarrassing what they are doing. We stopped the Nash, which is pretty good. And we haven't died. Okay, we probably died. Never mind. Nice. Pretty good. We didn't die. And we denied Nash. In the meanwhile, our player is just like split pushing ultra hard. So we got everything. We had an insane value in this team fight, if you ask me. We got a 70% crit, which is insane. We stopped the Nash. We got a kill off as well. And we won the side lane fight. The reason why I decided to not fight this is simply because, again, we had the advantage on the side lane. Playing and flipping the fight there makes no sense, while we have a huge advantage just by simply being alive and playing the game. So do keep it in mind when you do these things. Just make sure to check at those. Probably they are fighting my team here, but I can't do much. So I'm just gonna push this wave and then rotate right afterwards. My team is quite strong as well, so I'm not that scared. And Twitch has to play the fight as well. If he comes here, they're probably gonna lose. Nice. I'm not gonna take mid wave again. Twitch has no Q, but I still don't enjoy this play of like looking for the wave. And there's a lot of assassins. Nocturne has no ult, Twitch has no Q. We could have looked for it, but I would rather simply play in the normal way. So take the Drake by chilling a bit more. And of course, my support trolls again. Nice, dude. Okay, Yari actually made a huge play. Kill him. Pretty good. Now we're gonna shove this wave. Again, guys, keep in mind, every player makes at least 1 or 2 mistakes with Aphelios, especially because the character is 99% based on your team to actually play well around you. If you make mistakes by yourself, and then your team also makes mistakes, playing this character becomes a tragedy. So the less mistakes you make by yourself, the better it is, because then you also have to keep in account all the mistakes that your team is gonna do. Now I'm gonna play full all in for this Nashor, even if I'm gonna die. Let's see. Okay. We got 1. We got 2. Oh my god! What was that? I think we did some kind of like crazy combo with white, blue. I have no idea what happened there. I genuinely one-shotted everyone. Let's go. Now we're gonna base, and I'm gonna be really careful about the Twitch. That's the reason that I didn't go for the next wave. I will easily go for the wave here on the upside part of the map, but we don't know where Twitch is. He's actually alive. So I would rather simply play a bit more safe. Once again, we're playing more cautious this game. And you see, the farm doesn't really matter as long as you get a few kills. We got an insane amount of kills. We have Lord Dominic now, we have Crit Cloak, and we're near to the 100% crit. I will say that in this game, the best item that you can buy now arguably is Shield Bow. I like a lot of Runans in the later stages of the game, but we're gonna go Shield Bow because the enemy has an insane amount of assassins. And, well, having more self-PL with this character is really, really good because you are... so squishy, it makes no sense. Like, look at the damage that the guy just did to me. Almost makes no sense, really. Oh my god, it almost killed me there. So I'm gonna try to get red buff here. Hopefully my team does not fight in this timer. Of course they fight. Wait, what? Oh my god, they almost killed me. Yeah, I expect him to have vision of me, but eventually that's still a really good fight. Yeah, they should be winning cards. It was a bit weird that he had the vision of the fight, but I don't think you can flank a comp with Nazusari in this way. He actually killed me off, but eventually I think that this is the end of this game. So guys, this is the end of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed and you learned a bit more about Aphelios. The important thing is to simply understand how items work and just get to the item spike. Once you do, and you understand a bit how the combos work, without even knowing how they have to like cycle, you're gonna do so much better.